Hello, everyone, and welcome to Immigration Talk Show. I'm your host, Sam, and you're watching Daily Immigration Dose. And we are live on YouTube, available on LinkedIn, Facebook, X, and on Instagram as well. And it's 4 p.m. EDT, and we are here with another very exciting webinar that is lined up just for you. But before diving into the topic, and also my co host is waiting for me. So before that, let me read out this very important disclaimer. By watching our videos, you understand that the information shared, including user comment, is not a professional advice. So use at your own risk. Our intention is never to offend, it's just a casual exchange of idea. All right, friends, after this very important disclaimer, once again, welcome back to Immigration Talk Show. I'm your host, Sam, and you're watching Daily Immigration Dose. And today, the topic is again very important and very timely, and that is new DS-160 rule, what visa applicants need to know. So, if you're planning to move to the US or willing to apply for a US visa, then there's a big change that you need to know, friends. And this update is going to affect everyone who is going to apply for a US visa. Doesn't matter whether you want to go for a tour or for work or for studying. This is going to affect each one of you. So that is why it's very important to stay tuned and watch this webinar till the end. Because in this session, we are going to make you guys understand what is DS-160 form, also about the new change and how previously it used to be. And we will also give you step by step guidance how you can apply under this new rule. So make sure to watch this webinar till the end, and also don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to Immigration Talk Show. Our handle is at Immigration Talk Show. All right, and now I would like to say hi to my co host. Hi, Napasa. I hope you're doing great. And how was your day?
Thank you so much, Sam. And I'm doing great today. It's Friday after all. I'm just excited that we're going to finish work soon and be away for the weekend, right? I think we all look forward to the weekend. So it's going to be the first weekend of April. And there's a lot on my plate, though, away from work, but there's a lot of other things I need to cover up. So I'm looking forward for that. And otherwise,
Mhm.
yes, all in all, a good day, been productive. And yeah, I mean, fun Friday, I would say. So I hope all you folks out there are also having a good one, no matter at work or away from work. And thank you so much, for joining us today here on Daily Immigration Dose. We're going to have a very important discussion, and I'm really looking forward for you to join us as well. So you can join us by commenting, or you can dial in this number, which you can see here on the screen above. That is 425-436-6335, and the access code is 988-888. And also, like Sam has already said, if you haven't as yet, subscribe to our channel, do subscribe, because I think we all need to have a win-win situation for both the parties, like your side and our side, because we bring in so much information, we bring in experts, and yes, these interactive discussion programs where you can also join in. So all we need you to do is, subscribe to our channel. Our handle is at Immigration Talk Show, but also check us out. We're not just on YouTube, we are on LinkedIn, Facebook, X, and also on Instagram. So connect with us and stay in touch with us. All right. So yes, it's
That's right.
a very, very important update as well. So I would like to say hi to our, Twitter viewers, because I see a lot of viewers from Twitter more than YouTube. So, hello to everyone watching us on Twitter, if I mean X, which is now. So feel free to join us with whatever comments or questions that you have, and yes, it'll be very nice to have you. So that's it.
That's right.
Yes, Sam. Today's topic of discussion, a very important one, the DS-160 form, and yes, the United States Department of State has recently introduced some very significant updates, which we're going to discuss today on our program here on Daily Immigration News. And
Mhm.
of course, the updates on the visa appointment scheduling process as well. So these changes are made to improve security, reduce processing delays, and also ensure the accurate data collection of visa applicants. So, yes, let's hope to have a very good discussion on this and a very informative, insightful one. So,
Absolutely.
yeah, I'm looking forward already. But before we dive into
That's right.
today's topic, of course, we have our news updates. So, why don't you go first, Sam?
Sure, why not? Okay, friends, here's a very important news update from my end, and that is US uses AI to monitor international students. So this news is mostly for the international students. So friends, if any student or anyone who knows that any student, then please let them also know that this news is very important for them, and it's time to be more vigilant and very careful. Because if you are an international student in the US or planning to be one, then there's a new update for you that you should know that the US government is now using AI, artificial intelligence, to improve how it monitors visa compliance and national security. That means AI is being used to review your social media activity of international students, especially after the event of October 7, 2023. So this time, friends, US is going to be very strict enough, and they are going to have a proper check on your social media account, which post are you liking, and which post are you sharing, also what stories you're updating, also what stories you're putting up. So this time you have to be a little careful, and you can't just simply like, share, or post any story or any picture that you are willing to, because this time, of course, they are going to have a quite strict monitor on your social media activity, and they have been using the AI tool, so quite stricter and tougher as well. But let's also understand, like, what does this mean for students? So more than 100,000 student visa profiles have been reviewed using AI tools. This includes checking social media posts, likes, and shares. And if we talk about the goal, what is the goal behind it? Then to make sure that US visas are not being misused and that national security is protected. And if a student content is found to show support for any, banned groups or any violent ideologies, then of course their visa may be cancelled. And so far, around 300 students have been affected with this. Of course, we have been going with different news about the F1 students whose visa got cancelled. Not just one, two, but 300 students, their visas got cancelled. But you know what, friends? This move is not targeting all the students, because this is quite a misconception that people are having in their mind that US government is targeting all the students. No, they are not targeting all the students. In fact, it's focused only on those who show content that could raise security concern or any issue regarding the national security. So, friends, if your profile is clean and you follow the rules, then there's no need to worry. And also remember, the US still welcomes over 1.1 million international students, including over 330,000 from India. So the country continues to value global talent. And also, there's a question that, friends, do you think that AI can make the visa system safer and faster, or is it going too far into students' personal lives? Please let me know in the comments below. Also, if we talk about like what was the system like before, then earlier students on F1 or J1 visa had what's called duration of status, which meant they could stay as long as they kept up with their studies and legal status. But now, if someone is flagging through AI monitoring, then the visa may be revoked more quickly. In fact, some people are saying that they are not liking the changes or they are not liking this new update. They feel that their freedom of speech is being restricting and they are not free to speak or, to use their social media ID. But of course, everything has two sides, and critics are also there, and people are also favoring to this new policy or new change. Let me know, friends, in the comments below. What do you think about this new change? Do you think it's going to make the system fairer? Or do you think the AI tool that's going to be used is actually be useful to, detect the students or the international students' social media activity? I would love to hear more from you. And with that, also, these are very important updates, and don't just keep it to yourself. Also, make sure to like, share, and subscribe to our channel and share the link of this episode to your friends who should know about this very important update. So, with that, Napasa, please go ahead and let us know another news that is very important for our viewers to know.
Absolutely, Sam, I would. And I just want to say that, it's social media after all. We have been saying it out loud out there. So it's a platform, and not just a platform where it's closed, or, but it's open to all, especially all your followers or you who you follow. and many of them have public profiles. So I'm sure that it's not going to be much of a big deal unless you are not very sure of what comments you've made or what ideologies you've shared. So I think people like that will face a few issues and may have to rethink about their accounts. But otherwise, I don't think it's going to be so much of a big deal, right? Social media, after all, you're only showing how amazing it is to be here or there, or how awesome your life is. I mean, that's what social media displays, right? No matter what problem you're going through in your life, but you're showing it to everyone out there as if it's so wonderful. So I mean, yeah, that's just one point of view. So let us know what you think about it. But coming to what I have to share with you is about US H1B visa lottery 2026. They record a very low entries, major reforms, and of course the key takeaways. So the fiscal year 2026 H1B visa lottery has seen a significant drop, in registrations, with major reforms reshaping the selection process, and the total number of applicants stood at approximately 442,000, which is a figure, similar to 2024's 446,000. So, of course, the number of valid registrations has declined sharply also in recent years, falling from 758,994 in 2024 to 470,342 in fiscal year 2025 last year. So, yes, it's a 38.6% decrease. And the key reforms, in the selection process, if you talk about, is to address concerns over fraudulent multiple entries. USCIS has continued the beneficiary focused selection process introduced in fiscal year 2025. Well, this ensures each unique applicant is entered into the lottery only once, regardless of how many registrations are submitted on their behalf. So, as a result, the selection rate increased to nearly 40% compared to around 30% in previous years. And of course, additionally, USCIS has implemented a 50% fee hike. I mean, 2050% fee hike, you can only imagine. Yes, we have been speaking about this. You all know that it's no longer $10, it's $215 now per applicant. And this move really aims to deter frivolous applications, and cover administrative costs. So that said, what do you think about the fee hike as well? I want to know. And the next steps for selected applicants is that employers will select beneficiaries can begin filing their H1B cap subject petition starting April 1st. So they have started already. And the filing period will last 90 days at least. So, yes, during this period, petitioners must submit the necessary documentation to establish eligibility. And yes, H1B visa denial rates and approval trends, also, if you talk about it, the H1B approval trends, sorry, H1B approval process has really undergone these shifts, in the recent years. If you look at each year, they have changed drastically, and every year there is a new update to be followed. And of course, the denial rates, this time also, the new H1B petitions spiked to up to 15%. And sorry, not this time, but I'm talking about the first reign of President Trump, 15% in fiscal year 2018. And due to stricter policies, of course, specialty occupations and employee employee relationships. So the situation has, of course, changed. It's 2025 now, and the denial rate for initial H1B petitions dropped to 2.2% in fiscal year 2022 and saw a slight increase to 3.5% in fiscal year 2023. So the denial rate, for continuing employment petitions, which includes extensions for existing H1B holders, hit a historic low of 1.8% in fiscal year 2024, compared to 12% in 2018 and fiscal year 2019. So, yes, trends indicate that larger companies, with legal counsel have significantly lower denial rates, but employers submitting over 100 initial applications had a denial rate of just 1.2%, while those filing only one application faced a 4.7% denial rate. So, the use of legal professionals ensure compliance, and also making applications more likely to be approved. So I do hope that you have an attorney who is guiding you in the right path, and ask them whatever questions you have. And in case you don't have any attorney to help you, why don't you check out our channel, because we keep having amazing attorneys join us for discussion. And whoever you resonate with, maybe why not connect with them and think about consulting about your case and about your petition. Maybe why not? So, yes, if you talk about which sectors benefit the most from H-1B visas, then the scientific and technological services, these sectors remain the top most recipient of H-1B visas, accounting for 51.7% of all approvals in fiscal year 2023. Well, the education sector also followed it with 14.3% of approvals, with, of course, Stanford University securing the most of approvals with 307 among academic institutions. And the manufacturing and healthcare sectors also saw, significant approvals, highlighting the H-1B program's importance in filing critical job roles. So, yes, if you look at the records of registration, it's low this time. And there is a rising selection rate as well, and major policy changes, which we cannot deny is happening and is we're still counting. I mean, it's happening every day almost. And the H-1B visa landscape is also evolving very, very rapidly. So I just want to know, what do you think about this? If you think these reforms make the system fairer, or do they really create new challenges for skilled workers, and employers? So let us know your thoughts, and you can do that by commenting. And also, friends, once again, I would like to say, please do not forget to subscribe to our channel. Our handle is at Immigration Talk Show. Thank you for tuning in. And, if you have friends or family who could benefit from our content, please share these links. Please share with them, and they can join us anytime they can. So we do have live webinars, but the even after the stream has ended, you can benefit from the information that is discussed in each webinar, and you can always comment, participate, ask your questions. And our team, we make it a point that we come with the best of answers, at the earliest possible time. So do that, and stay in touch with us, friends. We are at Immigration Talk Show. That's our handle on, well, of course, in YouTube, but we're also on LinkedIn, Facebook, X, and also on Instagram. And I'd like to say hello to Selomit and also Imran Khan. Thank you so much for joining us. We are going to read your comments. Just stay with us. But now back to you, Sam. I think we should definitely get into the topic of discussion for today. It's a very important
Yeah.
one. The DS-160. What is it, and what are the latest updates? Maybe you'd like to share the what is happening right now.
Sure. All right. So, friends, right now it's a very new update that has been, come up with the U.S. Department of State, and they have brought up this change. And the new rule is for DS-160 form submission and visa. So now what it is that before booking a visa appointment, applicants must first complete and submit the DS-160 form. So that means that now before booking up any, scheduling any appointment, you have to first complete and submit the DS-160 form. If we talk about how earlier it used to happen, then earlier the applicants could, book a visa appointment before completing their DS-160 form. And many people scheduled appointments first and then they fill out the form later on. So, some even made some small mistakes or minor mistakes in their DS-160 form. And since it wasn't linked immediately, so they could sometimes get away with minor errors. But this made the process little delayed, and this made the system little more complicated. That is why the consular officer, they received some incomplete or incorrect forms and inaccurate information also before the interview, and this caused delays. And that is why they come up with this solution that now there has to be a change that before having an interview, before scheduling a visa interview, they have to fill up the form and then they have to submit it. And of course, now you must complete and submit the DS-160 form before scheduling a visa appointment. Also, the DS-160 barcode number must match the one that you have used in the appointment booking system. So this is another point that you have to keep in mind. And the third point that is also very important, that if the number don't match in case, then you will be forced to reschedule your appointment. So you have to look for your number and that have to be the similar one. The consulate will not manually update or correct your DS-160 barcode. So, yeah, this is the latest update, and this is what's happening right now. But, Napasa, also, it will be little clearer for our viewers if you could also let us know exactly, just give a sneak peek, like what is actually DS-160 form.
Yeah, sure, why not? So, friends out there who are watching us right now, I mean, the DS-160 form is one of the very important forms, and it's officially known as online non-immigrant visa application, and it is found, it is the foundational document required for anyone applying for a non-immigrant visa to the U.S. So, if you are, applying for a work visa, a student visa, where uh, I mean, you are supposed to check out what is a DS-160 form, and whether you're visiting from tourism, studying, business, or even temporary work for that matter. Completing this form is one of the first formal steps in this visa application process. So, I'm sure many of you are familiar, especially if you are migrants from different countries in the United States. So, DS-160 is one of the first forms that you fill, right? And yes, I mean, talking about that, even I think I've filled my first DS-160. That was one of my first forms. And yes, so now coming back to why the DS-160 is so important, it's because it provides essential information. The form collects comprehensive details about the applicant, whether it's personal background, the qualifications, passport information, travel plans, previous US travel history, if there is any, and also educational and professional background, and security related questions. This allows the consular officers to evaluate the applicant's eligibility for the visa type that's being requested. So this will have everything, your personal background about you, where you were born, which date you were born, and of course what did you study, where were you for your studies, whether you were in your place of birth or you moved away from there, everything, and wherever you studied, maybe how much you secured, and if you have any but so many things. So I'm sure if you have filed in your DS-160, you know the details that you have to fill in, and this is with regard to everything. It's like one of the first forms. So without, it's like an introduction to you. Who are you? This, it's like you are introducing yourself. So yes, this actually allows consular officers, to evaluate everything nicely, and also the eligibility of the applicant, for whatever visa type. If you're a student or a tourist or a businessman, or you're looking to come to work to the U.S. Yes, and it's also the basis of your visa interview. During the visa interview, consular officers refer to the DS-160 to ask relevant questions and even verify facts. So any mismatch between your form and what you tell them, when they ask you about these questions, could raise red flags. So you have to be very careful, no misinterpretation. And even if you're whatever you're filling in the form, in the DS-160 form, you have to remember them. And when the officers ask you, you have to make sure that you're telling exactly what you had written there, what you had mentioned there. And accuracy and honesty is very important in this form, and like they say, very crucial form it is. And it generates a unique barcode as well. So when you submit your DS-160, the it produces a confirmation page with a barcode, and this is used, to schedule your visa interview. So without this, I don't think you can really schedule your interview also. And the barcode links your appointment to your application. So if the barcode number is used to book the appointment, and it doesn't match the one you submitted, the DS-160, the applicant may be also denied entry to the interview and forced to reschedule. So you have to make sure that all the details are correct, and especially the barcode, because sometimes what happens, we are creating more than one profile just to fill in our details. So sometimes maybe the DS-160 form you file, and what is linked to your profile or to your email address or to your number, it may not be uh, the exact one. So you have to be very careful, extra careful what you submit and what you relate to. And it's a non-editable one, which is, if it's once submitted, you cannot edit it. So one of the most important things to note is that you really cannot edit the DS-160 once it is submitted. So whatever editing or changes that you have to make, it has to be done before submitting it. And if you make a mistake, you must fill out a new form and really update your appointment details with the new barcode. So, this is why double checking all the information before submission is the key. And this is not just for this form, actually. You have to always recheck what you fill in, and remember and see that you make no mistakes. Spellings are important, and the details are important. Dates are important if you're speaking about educational qualifications, what you've worked, or when you were born. Everything, whatever you file in, the details are very crucial. And it's really mandatory, for all non-immigrant visa applicants also. So whether you're a student, or for an F1 visa, a tourist applying for a B2 visa, or a tech worker going for an H1B, the DS-160 is a universal requirement, and it's one size, so fits all documents with visa specific questions built in. So very, very important, I would say. So I mean, if there are friends out there who have filed their DS-160, I would like to know your experience. And if you have had interviews with consulates, I would like to know what consulate officers also ask you, and did you face any trouble, with regard to your DS-160? Let us know. And I think, yes, that is the DS-160. If you have any questions, let us know. And I just quickly say, Sam, like, if you can also tell us,
Mhm.
the other details that we need to know today.
Sure, but before that,
Needs to be
Nafasa, when you were
mentioned. Sorry.
explaining about, yeah, can you hear me?
Yes, yes, I can.
All right. So when you were saying about, DS-160, so that reminds our days when we were filling up that form and we were so tense, we were so nervous. What if we are not filling up something wrong, or the spellings are not wrong, or the date of birth, or the date of, everything, the very
You know what I remember?
minute
It was
details.
like, before filing the form, it was like going and collecting my whole file, where I have everything from my birth
Yeah,
certificate to, of course, all
everything.
the
Last
qualifications.
graduation degree,
Yeah.
everything it was there.
Yes. So if I didn't have any one of them, then I knew, like, I had to bring in everything. So yes, that
Hmm.
really reminds me. So DS-160 is that form, friends. The first
That's
form,
right.
and I can never forget the experience.
I think nobody can because, of course, it's a very special feeling, that you have in your back of your mind. You have this thinking, okay, you are filling up this form because you are going to US and you'll, of course, achieve your dream. So that gives a very good feeling. But the second time, when you have the second, another part that you feel that what if you do some mistake? Or what if you are doing a mistake and you're not even realizing it? The unknown mistakes, by which your visa can be cancelled or you can lose your dream of going to the US. But I think, friends, with these updates, also, it's very important for you guys to know what's happening in the world of immigration because, accordingly, of course, USCIS also keeps on updating their new changes, new policies, and everything. It's very important. And for that, also, please let us know how was your experience, or if you're about to fill up the form, then what details you want to know. And for that, please make sure that you dial up this number, that is 425-4366335. And by putting up the access code, you can directly come up here and have a conversation with us on this live stream only. So please don't miss out this opportunity. It is for you guys only, and we are having these, daily immigration doors shows so that we can connect more and more and can make our audience aware about the latest updates and the latest changes that's happening. And with that, I'm seeing Imran's a very interesting comment here. So let me take up his comment quickly. So, hi, Imran, first of all, and thank you so much for watching us in this show. What are the potential consequences for visa applicants who fail to disclose or inaccurately report information on their DS-160 form, such as social media handles or travel history, and how can they correct errors? So, Imran, as right now Napasa has said that after you submit your form, you cannot edit it, and this is the thing that is, of course, very, I would say, crucial that you should know about DS-160 form. They have different requirements, and that too with these the changes that I have spoken right now. I think with these changes, of course, DS-160 form will have to go through extra steps if you are facing any challenges, and of course, this will lead to delays and there will be certain problems regarding your visa process as the US government is enforcing this to prevent errors and trying to improve the security. So please make sure that you follow up this update and, before booking up the appointment or scheduling any appointment, fill up the form correctly and submit it on time. And of course, recheck and double check and get in touch with the attorney and do, I would say, work as much hard as possible in your DS-160 form, as that is the first step. And yeah, be very careful with all those things. And I can see Bhargav is also here. So, of course, friends, we are going to take up these comments soon. But before that, also, let me tell you guys, just give a sneak peek about the today's update, that the news update, the new rule, of course, you all know. Also, make sure that there should be matching barcode. The barcode number on your DS-160 form must match the one you use to schedule your appointment. Also, the second point is that there's no manual fixes. It means if your DS-160 barcode number doesn't match in case, then the consular officer won't be able to update it for you. And you'll have to reschedule your appointment to yourself. So yeah, this is the thing, and I think with this, Nipasa, let's move ahead with our next point, and please let us know the reasons behind, like why these changes have been come up, and uh, like what can be the reason behind this change.
Yes, for sure, Sam. And if you look at it, then, I think um, it relates to visa appointment scheduling process. Applicants
Mhm.
must now really verify what that, of course, the barcode number, just like you just mentioned about the
Mhm.
DS-160 confirmation page, it matches the number that is used to book their appointment. And if the numbers do not align, then the applicant will not be permitted to attend their interview and will have to
Mhm.
reschedule through, of course, the ustraveldocs.com, which is using which they will have to use the correct DS-160 barcode number. So
Mhm.
yes, previously, mismatches between DS-160 form and appointment details often they led to sort of last minute cancellations or even rescheduling, causing frustration for applicants and embassies alike. But enforcing strict adherence to the barcode matching, the US Department of State, it aims to eliminate these scheduling issues and streamline interview appointments also. So yes, I think these
Yeah.
are very important points to keep in mind. And of course, the consular selection will not modify or update DS-160 barcode numbers on behalf of applicants, meaning
Mhm.
any errors, they must be corrected by the applicant through the rescheduling process. So
Yeah.
this really puts sort of a responsibility, squarely on applicants to ensure that accuracy before booking the appointment. Of course, like you can't, like how to say, make a mistake on your facts. These are facts, like where you were born, what you achieved, what you studied, how much percentage. All these things are facts, and you cannot afford to have any sort of here and there. It cannot be like um, even a point less or more. It has to be to the point, exactly on point.
Yeah,
So I do hope that folks out there who are filing the DS-160 are keeping this in mind, and they're making it a point that it's not a proximity, but it's all exact numbers, whatever it is that you're filing in. And
yeah,
yes, it's a step-by-step guide for visa applicants. So, friends, if you can, sorry, so Sam, if you can also tell us more about it. The applicants, nav who are in this system, in this new system, there are guides. Of course,
yeah.
completing the DS-160 is one, scheduling a
Mhm.
visa appointment is another, but preparing for the interview as well. So, if you can tell us more about all these things, it'll it'll be really nice to know.
Of course, of course. Why not? That is why we are here. But friends, before diving into this very important topic, like step-by-step guide, how to apply under the new rule, I have a question for you. That till now, have you subscribed to our channel or not? Please do it right now, not later, because it just takes less than a minute. As you're having a coffee, make sure you hit the bell icon, because we come up with these interesting webinars. It's not only me and Napasa who come up with daily immigration doors, but the great thing is that we have amazing webinars with top immigration attorneys. And every week we have these shows where you guys can also join us and participate in those webinars. Ask any question that you are facing right now in terms of your immigration process. And of course, those immigration attorneys are full of knowledge, and those sessions are insightful. So it will be great if you could, like, share, and subscribe to our channel. And with that, now I think it's time to move ahead with my next topic, that is how to apply under the new rule. Okay, so friends, the step one is you have to visit the official website. You have to go to the Consular Electronic Application Center, that is CEAC website, to start your DS-160 application. This is the first step. Moving ahead with second step, of course, you have to fill out the DS-160 form. Complete all sections very carefully, and always make sure to double check names, passport numbers, and travel dates and everything, all the forms that you have filled up. Avoid typos. Typos, as in like errors, can delay or even result in visa denial. So the second step, of course, it's very, I don't want to go up in very detailed way, but you can also check out our channel, Immigration Talk Show, where we have this video about DS-160 form. And there you'll get the every detail, how you can fill up this form and everything, how to get rid of these typos and errors. Then step three is to submit the DS-160 form. So after submission, you are going to receive a DS-160 confirmation page with a barcode number. You have to keep a check of this barcode number and save and print this page. You'll need it for the appointment and interview time. Then step four is to schedule your visa appointment. So after filling up the form, as I said, the new change, you have to schedule your visa appointment. So you go to the US visa appointment portal, that is ustraveldocs.com. This is the portal name, and use the exact barcode number from your DS-160 form to book your appointment. And of course, double check the barcode number should match with your DS-160 form. Step 5 is to pay the visa application fees. Complete the payment as instructed in the US Embassy guidelines. And step 6 is to prepare for the visa interview. Print your DS-160 confirmation page and visa appointment confirmation letter as well. Uh, Please make sure to gather necessary documents like passport, visa fee receipt, supporting documents like job offer letters, university admission letter, etc. And step 7 is like attend your interview with confidence, with all the requirements that has been there. Make sure that your reason to visit US is crisp and clear. Also go to the US embassy or consulate on the scheduled date. Don't miss out the date. The officer will review your DS-160 and ask questions. Also, what questions they are going to ask, friends, we have made a separate video on that as well. And we also had a live webinar on that. So if you'll go to our channel, you'll get to know these steps in a very detailed way, like what questions, the visa interviewer could ask from you, and also how you can answer them so that they can allow your visa application to move forward. And if everything goes well, then your visa will be approved. So yeah, this is the step, and I hope the steps are clear. Of course, the step seems to be simple, but when you actually perform, it turns out to be more complicated. But not to worry, of course, we are here with lots of information and we are here to help you out. And again, friends, if you have any doubt or any question, then please dial up this number with the access code and we will try our best to provide you the answer. Maybe not the expert advice, but at least we'll try to address these questions to our immigration attorneys and we'll let you know when we are going to get those answers. So yes, Nipasa, I think that's all. This was the step-by-step guidance on how, our friends can apply under this new rule. So yeah,
Yes.
please let us know more about the topic or anything that you want to add into the conversation.
Absolutely. I mean, what I feel is that whenever, especially, we all get worried. I mean, form filing or all these details filling in online, it's okay. It's all these step by steps. We follow all the steps. Everything is done. But we
Mhm.
all get worried when the interview comes in, right? When we have to go for a visa interview, and we're like, what's going to happen? We prepare so much. Sometimes we prepare so much. We go speak, and then we get to know
Yeah,
we didn't crack it, and it's so unexpected sometimes, and it's so disappointing also. But I think what we need to make sure is that, whenever we speak to these interviewers, who are taking our interviews, is that we need to sort of give them an idea that we are going to be in the US for just a short time, right?
yeah,
Even if it's for whether it's a student visa, visitor visa,
mhm,
or your work visa, you're going to be there for just that term, that short term, and that you're going to be back to your home country. And
mhm,
um, I think these ideas are supposed to be very clear, and you cannot give them an idea that, that you are going to look for a job that is going to make you settle in. Because I mean, of course, depending on what your visa is also. But I think these are important points, because no visa is actually, going to make you like a permanent resident there, right?
of
And that
course.
is something you need to prove. Like, you're not going to
Mhm.
be in the US for staying longer than required, that you're
Yeah,
not going to go job hunting, and you're not going to be there for too long, because these are things that they cannot approve just like that. And
yeah.
yes, things to keep in mind, friends. Just a few tips, maybe.
And
But
that too, the interviews are only of 2 to 3 minutes, not even longer. So it's so hard
exactly,
to
and in those
provide the
few
right
minutes,
answers.
yes, and
It's
in
true.
those few minutes, you have to prove so much, right? You have to prove like you have genuinely filled in all the details correctly without trying to misrepresent. You also have to prove that you're going to the US for just a short while, and not give them any idea that you're going to stay longer. And also at the same time, like, I mean, so much to prove in this, just those 2 3 minutes. If you are not able to speak properly, also they're going to doubt.
Yeah,
They're going to do like a proper background check, whatever you've mentioned. And social media here as well plays another very important role. I think they're going to check you. Who are you? Where are you from? What are you doing? Why are you going to
yeah,
the US? Everything.
that's right.
So
That's And
yeah.
friends, most importantly, of course, you will get several videos regarding how to crack visa interview or what questions you'll be getting. You'll get so many videos about it, but the most important thing is to get the relevant video, to get the video that actually, where the attorneys are sharing their experiences and because they have been through so many clients, so many situations. So I would say, like, what else, what other, I would say, like, what better than it would be, right? If they are only
Yeah.
sharing their experiences and in the live webinar, they are putting up those, situations in front of everyone, like in these types of questions, how applicants should answer. So that will be very helpful for our viewers, but it will be helpful only when you guys are staying updated with all the information that we are sharing on our platform. And, friends, please make sure that you like, share, and subscribe to our channel. because that is the only way you guys can keep yourself informed regarding all the updates that's happening in the world of immigration. And you can also stay ahead and keep knowledge, everything. And yeah, be careful and, make sure to press the bell icon also so that whenever we come up live with any attorney show, you guys will get the notification and you can also join and participate in that webinar. So, Napasa, I think now let's take some viewers' comments also, as I don't want to keep them waiting for quite a long time.
Yes, we should. Let me read Selomit, since Selomit is our first uh, viewer who commented on YouTube. Hi Selomit, thank you so much for joining us today. I think you were in one of our shows yesterday. I remember your name. So thank you for joining us today as well. And with that, I think I can make sure that you subscribe to our channel. So friends out there, please make it a point that you have subscribed as well. Hit that bell icon so that you will be notified and you can join us for all these discussions, or you can share your point of views whenever we have discussions. If you agree, don't agree, share your point of view. We are open to all sorts of point of
Yeah,
views. So Selomit is saying the new DS-160 form requires visa applicants to provide additional information, including their social media handles and detailed travel history for the past 15 years. And
hmm,
this increased scrutiny is aimed at enhancing national security and improving the vetting process. However, it also raises concerns about privacy and the potential for biased decision making.
yeah,
Yes, privacy, I don't know, what are you talking about? Social media is sort of public, right? I mean, you have this profile to share your, of course, I mean, we have public profiles, private profiles. I think that's what you're talking about, Salomit. But otherwise, I mean, what we share on social media is like shouting out loud to all you folks out there that I am here, I'm having a good time, I'm eating this. I mean, that's what social media is for, right?
yeah.
What I see at least. I mean, of
That's
course, there
that's
are
right.
point of views for so many things, but these are things that are happening in social media, and it's like, hey everyone, I'm here in Thailand right now, or hey everyone, I'm here having a good time eating. I don't know, so many things. So, I mean, what privacy are you talking about? I want to know more. But unless you have a private chat sharing too many private pictures, or I don't know, what is it, Selomit? But tell me about it. But yes, the increased scrutiny, of course, it is there. Earlier, they never used to check out our social media handles. I mean,
Yeah,
usernames is something they did not ask for earlier than today or this time. This year, this administration is asking for usernames. So maybe they do have some things that they must have seen or caught, or it's easier to keep track of people through social media because of activities and how important social media has become in everyone's lives. So if you're a person who is waking up and sleeping with social media, then you might have to keep a track of what you're posting as well. You can't just be liking, sharing and reposting, or resharing everything and anything. And
yeah.
if you have, you might want to think. And yeah, I think thank you, Selomit, for participating. I'm sorry, but I mean, I really hope that you understand what I mean, right? And yes, privacy concerns, everybody is having a question about that, but I don't know what is bothering everyone, because I feel like this is just one of the ways that the administration and US, for that matter, they're taking their important steps, and this could be one of the steps which is making it easier for them to keep track. So
That's
yes,
right.
you just need to be careful about posting anything and everything. And in fact, there are attorneys who have joined our channel who have mentioned about deleting your social media profiles also, because if you're way too concerned about your privacy, about the content you've posted, and if you think that it's
Hmm.
going to impact or not allow you to probably cause more obstacles for your visa
Yeah,
application for the US, then you might as well delete it. And but then again, another question is, if you're deleting it right before the interview, right before entering the US, it's going to cause more doubt, more suspicion. So think
that's
about
right.
steps you are going to take, okay? And don't just like, I don't know, social media is a very, very important thing. I think it's become very
Yeah.
important, right, Sam? Like everybody is waking up
Yeah,
to Instagram
it
likes,
is.
shares.
Yeah. It is, but when we talk in terms of immigration, and when we talk about,
Yeah.
of course, now the US Department is trying to have a check on the social media activity of the international students. Then I think, of course, I have mentioned it's not only about, they are targeting all the students or everyone. Of course, that's not going to happen. They are having their, one category whom they are going to target. And the one, if they are having a suspicion that they may, have a threat for the national security, then I think they should have a proper checkout. Because also, if we talk about the documents, or because the documents are the thing that anyone can rely easily. But right now, from past few years, we have been seeing there are fake documents. There are so many, duplicate documents that's happening, and it's so easy to create those fake documents nowadays. You just have to pay money, doesn't matter how much, and you can get the fake documents. So it's like, misusing the system again. And of course, for the system only, it's not easy to go ahead and, to completely rely on your document. They also want to look at your personal life, like if you are giving this document, if you have worked over there, or if you have graduated from that university, then, how was it? Because, of course, if you have graduated, then you might have posted some pictures. Even if you haven't posted, then at least, your social media account will be there, your friends will be there, somebody has tagged you. So I think there's nothing to worry about it. And if it's safe for you, because if you haven't been posting something that's against the law, or that's showing that, you are favoring any uh, thing that is not according to the law, then of course you will be in big trouble. But that's what, we are here, and we are trying to make you guys realize that it's better this time to be a little cautious regarding what post, what stories you are liking, sharing, and trying to repost. Because of
Yeah.
course, social media right now is little, I would say, little strict enough for everyone, and it's not a very happy thing for everyone, because everyone wants to be free in social media. But they are also
Yes.
doing their job, and we also have to make sure that we cooperate with them. And that's how we can make the immigration system a better one and a more transparent one. What do you think, Nabasa, on this?
Absolutely, but it's somehow, important for us also. So subscribe to our channel. Our social media is important. So let's connect in social media. Why not? And subscribe to our channel. Our handle is at Immigration Talk Show, and we are not just on YouTube, but also on LinkedIn, Facebook, X, and also Instagram. Check us out, and thank you so much for joining us, all of you folks. And Coffin, hi. He's also wondering whether it's important, not important, I guess. But yes, thank you so much, Coffin, for joining us today. So do subscribe to our channel if you haven't as yet already. And yeah, that's a lot about social media. But yes, let's make it a win-win. Subscribe, friends, and like, share, and comment. I think it's very important for us as well.
Yeah,
So do that.
that's right. Okay, so let me take up Bhargav's comment here. Hi, Bhargav. And Bhargav is saying foreign travelers to the US are advised to review their online presence before applying for a visa or traveling. Okay. US authorities are increasingly scrutinizing public digital footprints, and inconsistencies between online profiles and visa applications can lead to delays or denial. I think, okay, this is what is happening, and foreign travelers to the US are advised to review their online presence. Okay, this is something new, and of course, this will be little easier for the US, consulars, or for the officials who wants to get it checked properly, like whom they are going to provide the visa. And the applicant who is going to come to the US should be free from any threat to the US security or any national security. They shouldn't be a part of it. And I think it's a good one. Of course, it will be little hectic for the people, for the applicants, but I think this time we can't do anything. It's their time. It's President Donald Trump's administration. And of course, new changes are there every day. We are waking up with new policies, new changes, new updates. That's some changes are really surprising, some changes are really shocking. So, but we can't do anything with that. And yeah, Coffin, please let us know. I'm not exactly knowing what does this emoji mean. Are you confused or what are you thinking? Please let us know more about it. And let's have a conversation to it as well. And I think, Napasa, we have taken all our viewers' comment, right? Salomit, Imran, and Bhargav also we have taken. So I think now we have come up with 1 hour. So should we wrap up, or would you like to say anything more about the topic or what to do?
I mean, yes, DS-160 is one of the most important forms. One of the first forms I have, filed in, and I'm sure most of you all, DS-160 is one of your first forms. I know how significant it is, and probably we all remember, the experience filing it, filling the form, and the whether it is choosing a date for the interview, trying to find one as soon as possible so that we can go to the US. So I'm sure you all have your own story about your DS-160 form. Why don't you share it with us, and we'd love to know about it. The anxiety that you had, or the nervousness you had for the interview that was lined up. Tell us about it, and how probably difficult it was to even find a date for your interview. That's another interesting one that we would like to know. But that said, I think, yes, we should conclude. And to tell you, friends, the DS-160 and appointment scheduling requirements, they really represent a major shift in the US visa application process. And there are changes that are happening every now and then, especially with President Trump's administration coming into the picture. It's a new administration, and there have been changes every day. So I
Yeah.
do hope that you are keeping yourselves updated. I hope that you have subscribed to our channel, because we come up with the latest updates. And yes, there are challenges, many applicants and everybody face, but ultimately, I think we all need to prove our efficiency, how efficient we are for being out there in the US, and how they should not be worried about security, because, and another thing that's very important is accuracy, because whatever we mention in the form is going to be very important for the visa process. So I do hope that whatever you're filling into the DS-160, it's all accurate, not even a little here and there. Whether it's the spelling, the percentages of your degrees, the graduation results, what I'm talking about, everything, just carefully follow each and every updated guidelines, ensure that everything is accurate in your form, and submit it. Of course, double checking is very important, not just for the DS-160 but for every other form. And check the barcode numbers. Barcode is very important as well. And also, applicants can minimize all these delays, uh, and improve your chances of a successful visa interview. So look out for that. And if you're choosing or planning to apply soon for your DS-160, then staying updated is also very, very crucial. It's important, it's essential, because you need to know about the changes, the updates, and whether you are eligible for it, also which country you belong to. Everything matters nowadays, right? As you know,
Mhm.
we have so many things, the red zone, orange zone, yellow zone, all these
Yeah.
things, the travel bans. Whether if you're already in a list where you cannot be in the US, then why take the pain to even fill the form? So things like that, you need to make sure about all the updates, especially with regard to the United States. And yes, all the best, I would say. So all the best, friends. That's all I can say. Sam, if you have anything else to add, please do.
Um, I I think let me take up Coffin's comment here. And Coffin is asking, what are some of the key things you had to prepare or consider while filling out your DS-160 form for US visa? Sorry, but I'm joining up late. That's okay, Coffin. But this question we already have answered, right, Napasa? The guidance that we have shared with our viewers, like how they can apply under this new rule. So, Kaufman, I would just suggest you to go back few minutes back to our video. I think around 30 minutes or 35 minutes. You'll get the important information regarding how you can fill up the form and also how you can apply this time. And if you want more detail about it, like if you want to know the tips and if you want to know the strategies, then I think let me take up this question to one of our attorney, and definitely we are going to ask this question with them. And when they'll answer it, we are going to tag you in the comment section with the timestamp. And with that, make sure that you like, share, and subscribe to our channel because this question we are going to take up. And of course, this is a very important question. Okay, it's the similar one, but let me read out. What are some of the key things I had to prepare or consider while filing our DS-160 form for US visa? So all throughout the session, Coffin, we have been talking about it, and Napasa have been saying about some common mistakes or what you have to follow, what are the steps. But still, in case if you want to know a very detailed explanation on it, then of course make sure to join our session tomorrow because it's almost time. It's a Friday night, and we don't want to keep our viewers wait for quite a long time. So I think let's join on Monday at 4 p.m. EDT. We will be coming up with another very exciting webinar and exciting topic. So yeah, I think join us there and also make sure to like, share, and subscribe to our channel. Till then, everyone, have a great weekend. Have a great day ahead. And it was lovely having this conversation with you all. So many friends have joined us. Thank you so much, everyone, for being here. And also take care, everyone. It's me, Sam. And any question if you want to know regarding our today's topic or any question that you want to have, guidance, then please you can send me your question on this email that is sam@staffingly.com. Or you can also send the question to Napasa also on the given contact detail. You can give her a call or you can, send her a WhatsApp text on 408-335-6444 with the email ID. You can also use the email ID that is nipa@staffingly.com. So these are the contact details. And with that, friends, thank you so much, everyone, for being here. Napasa, thank you so much. It was lovely talking to you. Hope you also enjoyed it like I do. I did. So
Yes.
yeah, great. It was great. And good luck, everyone. Keep watching Immigration Talk Show. Till then, keep liking, sharing, and subscribing to our channel. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you, everyone. Have a happy weekend and see you soon. Stay in touch with us here on Immigration Talk Show. Bye for now.